Welcome to this episode of Junk Food on the Road. Today we're going to talk about...
United Arab Emirates, or I guess really just Dubai. Oh, no.
Because we went to Abu Dhabi.
We went to Abu Dhabi, which is probably...
For the first time, really. We'd been in the airport before, but we'd never been to actual Abu Dhabi.
And I must say, Abu Dhabi is one of my favorite cities to say. It's a lot of fun to say. It really rolls off the tongue well.
Try Puerto Vallarta.
Puerto Vallarta.
I like that.
Abu Dhabi, so much fun.
Abu Dhabi's fun.
Abu Dhabi's fun. And of course, there's a Flintstones joke about it.
Oh, yes, there is.
So this is our second time, and this is our second podcast about Abu Dhabi as well. So not Abu Dhabi, about UAE, because we've been there in the past, and we've done.
We used to go there all the time.
Yeah, makes this trip kind of interesting because we went again.
After like a 7-year absence.
Yeah, like it's been quite a few years since we've been there, and so and quite enjoyed it.
Mm-hmm. It's changed.
So what's I have a change. Which I'll let you go first. So what's one of the things you notice that's different?
You're allowed to eat in public during Ramadan.
Yeah, during Ramadan. That's another thing we should. Ironically, I think the last one we talked about Ramadan as well.
Probably, like the last time we went it was Ramadan.
Yeah.
Before, but that was when it was much more restrictive.
Yeah. So the Ramadan rules are super lax now. Like restaurants are open, you can eat in public. It's pretty much business as usual all day.
Whereas in 2016, when we went during Ramadan, it was like there were signs everywhere. Foreigners, be warned, if you eat in front of us during the daylight hours, we will fine you and put you in jail.
Yeah. It involved Allison.
It included drinking. Yeah, I went into a bathroom stall. Like not just the bathroom, but I went into a stall just so that I could have a sip of water because it was so hot.
Yeah. So it's definitely loosened up. That's it.
People walking around with shoulders and knees showing all over the place. Not Emiratis, but foreigners.
Foreigners, yeah. And a lot of, like I said, eating during the day, during Ramadan, totally. But the cool thing about being there for Ramadan is you can eat all day, and then the dinner, which is the iftar dinner, which is the coolest meal to have if you're in the Middle East. If you like,
I love iftar dinners.
Iftar dinners are amazing. Basically, they're like giant buffets of like
Middle Eastern everything.
Middle Eastern food, so it's so good.
Couscous, lamb, hummus.
Every dip and salad and meat
salads
you can imagine.
And barbecues and dates, of course. You have to start with a date.
Yeah, and so the great thing about it is you can enjoy the iftar dinner, but you don't sort of have the hardship of
having to starve yourself all day or hide.
Yeah, so it worked out well.
We went to 2 iftar buffets.
Yeah, one in Abu Dhabi and one in Dubai. And both were equally as good. Different. One was a little more classy and one was a little more sort of simpler but nice. Like huge. Like simple iftar dinner is still pretty good.
Yeah. Well, the first one we went was kind of at a schmancy place in Abu Dhabi.
And if anything, actually, it's funny because the Middle Eastern portions of that fancy one were about on par and about the same number, but the only difference was the fancier place also had like sushi and stuff, like extra, like you could get.
They had an ice cream cart.
And pad thai. And so, whereas the other one didn't have like the international range, but I would say the Middle Eastern stuff was about on par. Mm-hmm. And for us, that was part of the fun.
Yeah.
So that
I'm a huge fan of Middle Eastern food.
Yeah. So, actually, I have 2 things that we can bring up that'll do it. One thing is Warner Brothers World. Mm-hmm. So.
Can I talk about McDonald's first, just because I want to get it off my mind?
Okay.
Last time we were there for Ramadan, McDonald's had a pie, and in a number of places in the world you can get custard pies, and it's usually accompanied with a fruit. It's all inside the pie, and I love it. And when we were there for Ramadan in 2016, it was a custard and date pie, and it was so good. And I was like, okay, maybe I can get another one of those, but I couldn't. Instead, it was a date and cream muffin.
Yeah.
And that was not the same experience.
No. Although
I only got one.
McDonald's had these cool cards, Ramadan cards that we got, and it's sort of like just like positive messages or things you can do.
Yeah, like for an extra $1.
Yeah, so we got a pack. It was kind of fun. But yeah, so we'll talk about Warner Brothers World.
Yeah.
Food-wise, I've written a blog about this, but my opinion on the food there is the food is very good. the quality is fine, but I felt like the theming could have been a lot better. Because the only restaurant there was one restaurant that had good theming, and that was the Bedrock restaurant, which is the one we didn't miss, because they actually had a Bronto burger.
But the Bronto burger sucked.
It wasn't great.
The pulled pork one was, no, the pulled beef one was better. It was the beef brisket.
Beef brisket.
That one was okay, but the Brontosaurus burger was like a frozen patty.
Yeah. But that was like okay theming. But the rest of it, you're sort of like, there's so many options for theming in this, because they have like DC Comics land. They have a Warner Brothers, like, Bugs Bunny land. And really in the Bugs Bunny land, they had like a Pepe Le Pew cafe, and that was it.
You could get carrot cake there.
What's with carrot cake?
The bunny.
I guess so. Yeah, there's the Bugs Bunny carrot cake. But there was a lot more they could have done, and I felt like we went to that cafe though in the main part, and that was nice, a little tart thing.
Yeah, we had a nice tart, but it wasn't themed to anything.
Yeah.
It was just like a really yummy tart.
Yeah, so there was a few things that I was sort of like, I think there was a Jitters cafe in the DC Comics area, and that's important because that's where the Flash gets his caffeine, and because he runs fast, so Jitters, and there's a theme to that. So there's a bit of a theme to that. Okay. There was a Harlequin candy store, but it barely had any candy. And it was decorated nice, but
it was just like normal candy with like Harlequin stamped on it.
Yeah, that was a lot of the candy there, and a lot of the snacks were just something.
It's almost like they had a bunch of Lindt bars and put stickers on them.
Yeah, and like weird lollipops with stickers on them and stuff like that. There was a lot of that, so that was a little disappointing. I mean, the theme park, I've sort of described it in the past to other people. I said that the Warner Brothers theme park is like, if you think you're going to like it and it seems like something interesting, like the largest indoor theme park in the world, themed to Warner Brothers stuff, if any or all of those things appeal to you, you're going to have a good time.
But beware the echoes.
Yeah, it's very loud. And but the Flintstone ride and the Scooby-Doo ride are great.
Yeah, Scooby-Doo ride is especially awesome.
Yeah, that was particularly awesome. So it literally hit I think we were joking in line of all the things that it had to do, and it did every single one of them.
Seriously, it was so good.
So it was so good. Yeah, that was really good. And
the mystery machine was parked out front.
Yeah. So it's exactly what you'd hope Warner Brothers World would be. The Batman and Superman, like the Metropolis and Gotham land, looked beautiful.
Yeah.
Like you walk through it. Some of the rides were meh. But
they weren't horrible.
They weren't horrible. Nothing was horrible about any of the rides we went on.
We couldn't get on the roller coaster because it either kept shutting down or the lineup was like an hour and a half long.
Yeah, it had like one car that fit like 8 people, so you're pretty much waiting forever for. So
we never went.
The Warner Brothers.
Because it's only open for like 8 hours.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, it was that day.
So it's a great theme park. If you're in the area, I would never book a trip to go there.
No, it's certainly not a destination theme park. But if you're in the UAE, even if you're in Dubai, it's worth the drive over.
Yeah, it's kind of fun. And there's lots of others. Ferrari World is there too, and I think you can do like a 2-day package.
Yeah, we did something really stupid. We landed at like 2:00 in the morning and got to our hotel at like 4:30 in the morning in Dubai, and then at like 8:30 in the morning drove to Abu Dhabi to go through to a theme park for the day.
Yeah, that's why some of it's kind of hazy.
Yeah.
So the other thing.
And then that night we went to the iftar dinner.
Yeah, but it was. And
then drove back to Dubai.
Yeah, that was a busy day.
That was a lot of driving for tired Allison.
Yeah, we have a future trip that's going to be like that too.
A little kinder on the driver.
Yeah, but a lot of craziness in the start.
Yeah.
But so the other thing I wanted to talk about in Dubai that I've sort of noticed, and this is particularly Dubai, just because we didn't explore Abu Dhabi, but Dubai, it used to be in Dubai, the Western restaurants, they would have like one and it would be special and you'd go and enjoy it. But now I've noticed that there's more locations of the sort of more standard.
Oh, you mean like the multiple cheesecake factories versus just one cheesecake factory?
And even McDonald's, like I think there's more of them around everywhere now.
Maybe.
As opposed to there was a couple in the malls.
That whole marina,
areas.
Dubai Marina, is practically brand new since it was under construction. They were just starting it last time we visited, and this time it was finished, and it was just full of Western restaurants.
So basically what I'm saying, and there was like one Wendy's, and I think there's now like a couple dozen Wendy's.
Are there?
Well, we went to the Wendy's, remember?
Did we?
Yeah, we did in the
mall.
Which wasn't there before.
There was only the one Wendy's sort of near the airport that wouldn't take credit cards.
Exactly. So there's like
we never ate it.
It used to be like there would be like one of every shop, and you sort of have to seek it out. Now for like
except Tim Hortons, there were always a lot of Tim Hortons.
But now there's a bunch, and now the thing that's sort of now they're doing obscure things, like the Dick's Barbecue or what was
Not
it?
Dick. Crap, I have a picture of it in
there's
Toronto. There's one in Toronto too.
Yeah, there's a barbecue place. What's the name of it? It's got yellow cups. It's famous for its yellow cups. I'd look it up, but literally my tablet is the one recording this.
Yeah, I'm on my Dickie's.
Dickie's. So,
Dickie's Barbecue Pit.
So Dickie's Barbecue Pit is apparently a thing in the U.S. which we didn't know about because they didn't have them in Canada until recently. But they had them there, and apparently, it's a thing. The other thing too is there was that coffee place from like Minnesota.
Oh, Caribou Coffee.
Caribou Coffee.
In the Dubai Mall.
In the Dubai Mall.
So, Mall of the Emirates?
Yeah.
Dubai Mall. The one with the Burj Khalifa.
Yeah, the one with Burj. So basically what I started to notice was the common fast food places, and there's a Five Guys now.
Can I just tout my own heroism that I was in a mall that had a Minnesotan coffee shop and a Tim Hortons, and because I was with a Minnesotan, I solidaritized it, and I had the Minnesota coffee over the Tim Hortons coffee, which I think is a piece of heroism from me.
But on the other, it's not like that's the only coffee you had, and you had a lot of Tim Hortons.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm just.
Can I have that here?
No.
There you go.
So what I notice is places that are common in North America are now common in more places in Dubai, and now the obscure places are, I also noticed there's some other ones that I'm just not familiar with.
That burger place we went to was amazing.
Oh, the Black Tap.
Black Tap Burger.
Yeah, Black Tap. That's another one they have. Black Tap.
There was one in the mall, and there was one in the Marina neighborhood.
Yep. And so basically what I'm saying is the obscure places are starting to drip in now, which is kind of neat.
Are they obscure, or are they just not famous to us as Canadians?
Maybe not famous to us, maybe not ones that are in every city in the United States. I don't think there's a Black Tap in every city in the United States. I think it sticks to tourist cities mostly.
Okay. I don't know these things.
So it's just, again, it's the more sort of obscure, at least to us.
Yeah, to us.
So they may only have one or two locations in Dubai, but where now Wendy's will have a bunch of dozens of locations potentially, and things like that. So it's expanded. They've opened even more.
There's more
Western
stuff.
I enjoyed it. We enjoy Western stuff. I know a lot of people have complained to me in the past about other things where they say, you're here, why would you want to eat McDonald's or Wendy's? And it's because I live someplace that doesn't have a McDonald's or Wendy's.
Yeah.
So I live in a place that has very little Western stuff. And so when given the opportunity, it's great. And so Dubai to have more.
And especially this Western stuff that we hadn't tried before.
Yeah.
Or even when we're in Canada, maybe it's a 6 or 7 hour drive to the States for us to try it.
Or in the case of Five Guys, it's in a place where there's a lot of other food that we like to get, so we never bothered to go. But now I think we will.
Five Guys? No, Black Tap.
Remember Five Guys? It had the peanuts where we got them in front, and they had the burgers, and they were really good.
Nope.
We went to Five Guys and had a really good burger.
Yay! I'm glad we did that.
The Black Tap for sure.
That was Five Guys the one that was next to Dickie's?
Yes.
Yeah, so we went to Dickie's. I wasn't a fan of the Dickie's compared to some of the other Southern barbecue I've had. But it might have just been the location. I think that they looked shocked that they had a customer. We were the only ones there.
Yeah.
So I'm willing to give Dickie's another try in another location.
Five Guys I totally liked.
Five Guys, yeah.
The burger.
I kind of remember it.
They were smash burgers.
I don't remember the peanuts.
They have a big thing of peanuts, and you scoop them up, and you can just eat the peanuts before your meal comes.
Okay.
The fries were really good too.
I'm having memories of sitting in there. I'm just having no memories of the actual food I ate.
Fair enough. But you did enjoy it.
I believe you.
So maybe next time we're in Ottawa, because there's a Five Guys there, we can try it out again and see if it still works out.
Okay.
They're one of those places too that has the rules that they put a burger on the grill when you walk in. So it's sort of like Shake Shack.
I thought that's Shake Shack.
Shake Shack only does it when you order.
Was there a Shake Shack in Dubai?
There is a Shake Shack in Dubai.
Because we went to Shake Shack in Qatar and Oman, both of them, I think.
There's a Shake Shack in Dubai, I'm pretty sure, but I don't think we went. So I think there was one in one of the malls, and we just didn't go
because we had just been in January.
We went to a bunch of them before, so.
Yeah.
There's a Shake Shack in Thailand now.
Oh, good to know.
Yeah.
Oh, but I love 25 degrees.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just seems like another episode.
Yeah. We could do a whole episode on 25 degrees in Thailand.
Yeah. But yeah, so, and snacking wise, I mean, it's always good but expensive. I think it holds its regular sort of title in Dubai of, You can get snacks from just about anywhere in the world.
Do you want to talk about the shakes at Black Tap?
I mean, the shakes. I actually did a podcast about the shakes, or not a podcast, a blog.
But that was a pretty cool experience.
Yep. Actually, well, part of what
there's one at Downtown Disney.
Yes. She's looking up restaurants.
Okay, it's in Nashville, Tennessee, Soho, and 35th Street in New York, in the Venetian at Las Vegas, and Downtown Disney in California.
So
that's it. So
it
is fairly niche.
That is fairly niche. So it's like.
And then they've got one in Bahrain, one in Iraq in Erbil, one in Malaysia, one in Mall of Qatar, Saudi Arabia, Singapore, Switzerland. 2 of them, UAE, 1, 2, 3, 4 of them.
Without giving any away, I guess there isn't any in Sweden or Denmark.
Nope.
Spoilers.
No, yeah. When is this going up?
Future episodes.
It's like after the end of this month, right?
Yes.
Okay, good. Yeah.
We're recording this well in advance.
Excellent. We have a secret trip coming up,
which is totally now given away.
Now Chris has outed it, but he hasn't outed the top secret part of it.
Okay. And not to mention this is like 2 or 3 months down the road.
Excellent.
So I think that's about it. I mean, we had a games day there.
We had a games week there.
Games week where we played Pandemic Legacy 0.
The whole thing.
The whole thing in 1 week.
We locked ourselves in a hotel room for 6 days.
And great snacking happened.
Great snacking did happen.
So, but yeah, I think that's it. Is there anything else you want to add?
I just want to give a special shout out to our gaming and snacking partners in crime, who made the snacking just another level with the stuff that they brought from Vienna.
Yeah.
No.
Which could be a spoiler too, but we don't know.
Yeah, who knows? Who knows if that's a spoiler? We've been to Vienna. We did a Junk Fud on the road from Vienna.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, definitely give those two a shout out because they're amazing snacking and
gaming
and food eating
and friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's it for this episode of Junk Fud on the Road, where we talked about
United Arab Emirates.
As always, you can follow us on Twitter at Candy Critic, or go to candycritic.org and find links to all the other social media, including, I think, we're now in Threads. So
I have never even heard of Threads.
It just came out 2 days ago.
Oh my.
Tells you when we're recording this. You can also go to candycritic.org and find links for the Patreon, and you can buy the 2 books, Junk Food and, not Junk.
Snack Facts.
Snack Facts and Treats and Beasts.
On Amazon.
On Amazon, you can buy them on Amazon, or you just look those up on Amazon, or you go to candycritic.org and there's links to all of it there. And also check out the new reviews, because there's always new reviews going up on Candy Critic.
At least once a week, right?
At least one, generally twice a week is what we're at now, just to thin out our reviewing.
I can't keep up.
So I guess that's it. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.